Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. Now, I know I don't really react to after game, you know, segments very often, but I was listening to what Darvin Ham was saying in regards to just overall what happened down the stretch of the basketball game and his explanations for why he didn't want to call a timeout. And what he was saying was essentially, there's a lot of different things that can happen when you call a timeout in a situation, including uh, players, being able to be substituted for one another in different schemes. He said that he had a situation that he thought was manageable in real time in regards to the schemes that he saw on the floor, and wanted to try to exploit that. A big, a small, like Russell Westbrook on in a situation where he had a mismatch, and he thought that was something that he could work with rather than Doc running a play. So from that standpoint, I'll receive it, but it's not something that I appreciate because I don't agree with the philosophy at all. Um, Hypotheticals and fear of what could possibly be. It makes sense in certain situations, but Doc Rivers is a fantastic coach as it pertains to, um, last second plays, drawing plays. He's a genius at it, so we know that that's a good read. But but I still don't understand not calling a timeout when you see the play is broken. Once you see Russell Westbrook has broken the play, then you have to call a timeout. And in that situation, you just take whatever scheme they give you. You know what I mean? Rather than to continue to go at something that doesn't work and let the clock expire. So I can't receive that. Um, but even more so, what really bothered me in regards to the situation was what he was trying to explain to us. That he trusts Russell Westbrook with the ball in his hands in that situation, and it's one of our best playmakers and all that. Now listen to me. Listen to me good, everybody, please. That's ego management. That's not real. Darvin Ham made a good read in regards to the other situation. I'm pretty sure he would have made a good read in this one too. You can't put the ball in Russell Westbrook's hands in that situation and expect success. You hope for success, but what you more so hope is that Russell Westbrook feels good at the end of the game. And that's why we lost, so that Russell Westbrook could see that he wouldn't succeed in that situation and stop asking to be in those situations. Russell Westbrook has to be managed. And what we essentially saw was Darvin Ham trying to manage him. And as a result, we lost the basketball game. And what he tried to sell to us is the same thing he sold to him, which is that he's good at this and he believes he can do it. The reality is, he sucks at this, and he should not be doing it at all. He shouldn't be asked to. It's okay to not be good at something because he's great at other things. You know what I'm saying? But if a man's mind is so fragile, or his ego is so fragile that you have to lose a basketball game to help him succeed, then once again we're back to square one in regards to him being too big of a problem to manage. But I don't think that's what's going on. I think it's a bad read in regards to Darvin Ham. You got to be real with people, bro. You can't cap because the results, the math itself, it's not going to add up. And then he's going to look at you and say, you told me I could do something. You made me look foolish out here. Yes, you did, bro. You put him in that situation. You made him look foolish out there. Putting him in that situation. And it's like, yo, Russell, brother, we need you to do things that help to run the score up. We don't need you to try to close the game out. Put the ball in LeBron's hands. You know that, and we know that. There's nothing to prove, bro. There's nothing to prove. I can't play basketball at all. But if people try to cater to my ego and have me out there thinking I can shoot, we're going to lose together. And that's exactly what happened. That's what happened. It's okay to not be good at something. You can't be a god in your mind to say I have no flaws. And then people have to manage you like this? You can't be managed like this. We all go down with the ship. For what? Why are we going down with the ship, Darvin? Why are we going down with the ship? Okay? I don't have to live and die with Russell Westbrook's mistakes. Especially when I know he's prone to make those mistakes. I want to live and die with Russell Westbrook driving at the rim, getting the score up and getting people involved, getting the ball to Thomas Bryant, getting the ball to all the people on the floor, LeBron James. Not taking the last shot, trying to take people off the dribble in clutch situations. And you trying to sell that to us and him. Darvin, all you made yourself do is look silly, bro. That's a bad call as a coach. This is a bad read, bro. And I know you got big egos to deal with, but the best way to deal with big egos is real. Like, brother, I can't manage this nonsense. You too much you and you too much you. So if we gonna win, we gotta do this right. You can't do this, you can't do that, I can't do this. So let's just get it right. But what you ain't gonna be able to do is play the I believe he can do it, even though I know he can't, and we're just gonna lose, and it's gonna be all right because at least I can manage him. Because if I don't deal with that, he's gonna give me a headache, and it's like you're gonna have a headache anyway. You're gonna have a headache anyway, because now he lost. So what's his attitude gonna be like now? What's the mood gonna be like now? Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just see somebody else win the game and then just like not have taken the last shot? Yeah, he might not have been happy because y'all didn't trust him or what have you. But at the end of the day, you don't have the embarrassment of him failing yet again. Having another bad situation in that building yet again. For these people to go on TV and give another blooper reel of him messing up down the stretch of another basketball game to call him all the words that he don't want to hear said no more. What environment did we put him in? That's what I'm talking about with Jeanie Buss. You put people in these bad environments, you think you're doing them a favor. You're not doing nobody no favors. And this is parallel to that. As I'm always able to see for some reason. This is a team. It's just layers and layers and layers of the same damn thing. People doing things for the wrong damn reasons, believing their own damn lies. This team is not going to be better if you make a trade for older players and give away younger talent. No, that's a belief. That's not a truth. It's not gonna add up. You're gonna lose and fail and be made fun of because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how these things go. So if that's what we're trying to do, if we're trying to aim ourselves in a position to make it so that it's Luka's league, that we have to just suck, so this is how it lines up, then say that. No, you can't. Because we got to be able to buy that. It's garbage. It's rubbish. I don't know what we're doing. I'm not saying that it is what we're doing. I'm just saying I don't know what the hell we're doing. And the results look like this. This is what it comes out to be. You fail. Deliberate failure. People doing things the wrong way. It seems they have a long time to think about doing things, and this is what they come up with. It's like, I don't know. I'm getting paid millions of dollars, and this is what it comes of it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I literally don't get it. But I'm rooting for it, and that's why it's something I'm paying attention to. So I hope everyone's enjoying what they're seeing in today's NBA's basketball. It seems like the kids are enjoying it. But as old guys, people like me in my age, in my era, I am losing my passion for what I am seeing. So I don't see the competitive nature in it. I don't. I see people throwing stuff around. I see my team acting like the Detroit Lions of old. That's what I see. They're completely running around like the worst franchise they could possibly be. And the only thing keeping them together is basically LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Basically. Like, that's all they really have. Other than that, it's just a bunch of bad decisions and great scouts. That's it. That's what I see. So I expect a tumble from here. I expect this team to tumble down the standings, and in further seasons are going to be worse and worse without LeBron James. That's what I think. I think he's going to hitch a hike out of this place because he can clearly see that there are actually other places that will help him get better talent more frequently than this. It's just fact. It's not even no. This front office can't do it. They need to be gutted out, as we've said it many times. And that's really it, man. We can sit up here and circle around why the coach needs to cap about who he believes in and what he believes they can do and stuff like that if we want. Or we can assume he believes that stuff and then question whether or not he's okay and all that, which we won't. And it's just is what it is, man. Here's what it is. People doing things for the wrong reasons, getting bad results, and then from there, boom, the media gets to make fun of them. So that's what it is, man. That is it. That is the Los Angeles Lakers in a nutshell. I hope they make a lot of money. I hope Jeanie makes a lot of money off of this because I know it's expensive. That's for dang sure. Man, how the mighty have fallen. And look, to make it all worse, I still think it's a good chance the Celtics end up in the NBA Finals. I still think it's a very good chance the Celtics end up in the finals. And if we continue on this path, if for some reason we do miss the playoffs, Wembanyama could be a Pelican. Yeah, Scoot Henderson could be a Pelican. Mm-hmm. Don't think it isn't possible that we get the first or second pick in this draft coming up. Don't think it's not. As bad as this team's looking, as injury prone as some of these key players are, and as bad as some of these trades they're talking about making appear to be, some of them trades could trigger that, by the way. Oh boy. You thought bad basketball was here now. You wait and see what some of the stuff they're trying to do. If they start giving away Lonnie Walker, stuff like that, yeah, you see. You'll see. It gets worse. That's why I'm just telling Jeannie Buss, I think your best bet is to read what it is that you saw tonight and look at the sum of what it is that this unit provided through the first several weeks of the season. Months of the season, rather, because that's where we are. Investing in this team in the market we're in is not going to get us into a space where they're good enough. That's how we do that. Now, whatever else we see from the drawing board from there, assess it as however you feel. But from my perspective, as a fan who's been watching this game for a long time, who truly believes he knows what winning looks like, I don't think this team is one trade or even two trades away from being an NBA champion. Because unfortunately, there are things that this team needs that I don't think you can get. It ain't just the roster. The coach has some things he needs to work out before he's ready to be an NBA champion. And the soundbite was part of that. I didn't want to make it about him too much, which is why I got away from it. Because I ultimately think he's just reacting to the environment. But at the end of the day, that environment is not going to change. It ain't. And so, even if we move certain players, if he still has to deal with certain pressures, I don't expect the right results this season. Nah, I just don't expect that. So you can get a couple extra players, maybe run the score up, stuff like that. But if they can't figure out how to close basketball games, if they can't figure out how to use timeouts and challenges correctly and all that stuff, you're not going nowhere. Leaning on the right players, philosophies and stuff like that don't have themselves wrapped up in fear. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but literally. I cannot be afraid of Doc Rivers making an adjustment. I just can't do that because at the end of the day, the play was broken. So the time was running out. We were going to lose. If the fear is not to lose, we initiated the loss just by not doing anything. So I can't take that, man. I'm not rolling. I'm very sorry. I'm not rolling. I'd rather my defense have an opportunity to go against whatever idiots he's going up against upright rather than the way that we saw that situation go. And mind you, let Doc Rivers scheme some defense against LeBron, fam. Not Russell. Don't tell us that Russell's going to be able to do something that's not a strength of his, man. That's not going to reflect positively on you, and don't have anybody press you into saying stuff like that. You know what I mean? That stuff. My initial reaction when I heard that, I had to rewind it twice. I had to make sure I heard the fullness of what he was saying. Because my initial reaction was like, is he okay? Like, talking about Joel Embiid in front of his guy and he's going to take a chance. Like, Joel Embiid is one of the best defenders in all of the basketball world, friend. That is not something you want to just blurt out of your mouth and say, I'll take a bet on my guy being able to get past him. I understand the mismatch you were talking about, but just the soundbite itself is like, are you sure? He said it with conviction, too. I'm like, okay. Like, okay. I wouldn't have said it. But I understand, it's a mismatch. Like, all right, but that's not Kyrie, though. Like, if that was Kyrie Irving or James Harden on our side, then I'm like, okay, you're going to put him in a blender. Boom, boom, boom. Probably get past him, draw a foul. Russell? Nah, bro. Not in that situation. Nah, bro. BDL 44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.